Oh man, this is probably the fourth time I've tried to review this figure, but whatever, we're just gonna power through it. In today's review, we're taking a look at the robot Damashii number 241 RGM-79D GM Cold District type. This is the anime version. This came out towards the end of September, and I gotta say, a lot of people were waiting for this. You know, we just got the plain GM not too long ago, and you know, we just wanted something a little bit more. And then when they started rolling out all the variations, they all started to be exclusives. Exclusives suck. You have to pay an arm and a leg. So thankfully, they brought out this puppy. This is, of course, from Gundam War in the Pocket. Again, it's number 241 in the Damashii line. Taking a look at the front, you can tell there's something special about this figure. Oh my god, there is something special. On the box, you'll see a nice picture of the figure posing with two others in the background. You'll see the nice Damashii Nation quality logo on there. That's going to come into play a little bit later. And then looking at the side, nice view of the figure standing up nice and tall. The back, of course, shows some of the features of the articulation, some posing and whatnot. And then on the side, we see all the little gimmicks and the goodies that come with the figure. Guns, hands, a decal sheet, which is pretty good. And then it also states that you can fit on any effect parts that you've gotten in the past from other anime version mobile suits or figures. You can attach to this guy. Whew. Okay, guys, so let's open the box and take a look at the figure. So here he is, the GM Cold type, and yeah, he is a little shorty. I gotta say that right now. Really like the color of the white plastic, not too off, but it looks just right. You get some nice little decals on the shoulders already. Let's take a closer look. You see that? Nice little triangles right there. I love the shade of gray that's on the torso. Really like that. Paint job's not too bad on the red portions of the mobile suit. There is a little bit of bleeding going on, I think, from the red going onto the gray. Let me look. Yeah, a little bit. It's nothing really. I love the head. Looks pretty good. Translucent glass or translucent plastic for the eyes and whatnot. So really cool there. Nice paint. Looking at the back, thrusters don't move, but whatever, that's fine. But yeah, you get some good sculpting for the back of the legs as well, so they look like vents and pipes and tubes and whatnot, and you get a little bit of that for the elbows as well. So all in all, it looks like a pretty good figure, but we'll get into that later. Let's go ahead and look at the accessories. Oh, and I didn't mention this before, but they did a really piss poor job at closing off some of these seam lines. So yeah, you can see the lines where the two pieces of plastic meet. Really bad. Alright, starting things off, probably the most exciting part of this figure is the little decal sticker sheet. Now, I've gotten these in the past with the original GM. I think we got these also with the Zaku too. I can't remember what else we got these with, but we've gotten these in the past, and so they're very much, not accepted, what was I going to use? Appreciated. You got little bullet holes, cuts and dings, and then you got some numbers right here to distinguish which mobile suit is which. So if you buy, like, 6 of them, like I did, you can put the numbers on their shoulders and designate which ones they are. So that is very cool. A little closer look. Alright, let's put that to the side. Now let's get through the basic stuff of what you get with this figure, or what you get with any other figure. So of course we have a number of different arms, or hands, 4 extra hand sets, 5 total, and you also get a hand rack. Now, starting off, you have 2 open hands shown here. Yeah. Fingers are all spread out. You get some not articulated, but some posing open hands, like so. You get 2 different styles of trigger finger holding hands, so not too bad. I'm assuming one of them is probably used for either if you want to, have the figure holding a bazooka or something. But one has a extended trigger finger that's more malleable, and the other is just one solid piece. So this, yeah, probably is for a bazooka of some sort. You also get, of course, the hands that were already on the figure itself, which are the open beam saber holding hands. So you can see those. And speaking of which, you get, of course, the beam saber hilt. Very tiny, very small. Really, yeah, but fits right there on the back. So pretty nice. You, of course, get a nice shield. Very, very nice. You get a decal of the Earth Federation logo, and it comes with the handle for the figure to go ahead and hold on to it, already attached. You get some different attachment pieces as well. Now, of course, you get the forearm attachment, so if you want to have the mobile suit hold it on its forearm, that's that attachment right there. You also get a attachment to place the shield onto the back of the mobile suit. It's a nice little tab right there, and then you place it right there. So basically, wherever you want to place the shield on the back, put it on that ball, and you can swivel it around like so. You also get two other attachments, and these are for the weapons. You get this attachment here. This is for one of the machine guns, and this is for, I don't know, I guess the other one, but whatever. Just, really, I never use that stuff. You also get two beam saber effect parts. You get this nice swooshing motion effect part, and then, of course, you get the standard blade effect part. I guess it's a nice translucent pinkish red color. Then you also get one extra fin or antenna. So I guess if you break the other one, you can replace it there. You also, and this is the last things, two machine gun weapons. Now I think this one's called the Bullpup machine gun. The clip doesn't come off, but it does have a nice painted scope, and that's pretty much it. And then you get this machine gun here. Now I forgot what this was called. Maybe I'm getting the names confused. But yeah, this one is seen in the War in the Pocket series a few times. Pretty cool machine gun, I guess. A clip comes out, like so. You can hear it kind of snap a little bit when you place it back in. You have a removable stock, I think that's what it's called, on the bottom here. So you can pop this piece off, like so. And then you can replace it with a grenade launching kind of mechanism. Now it doesn't come off, it's purely aesthetic, but I really wish this part was painted red to signal it was a grenade, but I guess you can do that on your own. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty boring. Okay guys, so articulation is pretty basic on this figure. We've seen it before in the past, but I want to say this figure actually has it to where it's a little bit more loose, but at the same time still stiff, meaning it has great articulation, but it's not hindered by it being too loose. It's still stiff enough to where, you know, all the, you know, wherever you place it, whatever pose you do it in, it'll stay. And I've played with this figure for a while. It doesn't seem like it's getting any looser, so that's pretty cool if it stays nice and stiff and, you know, the joints and all that stuff stay, you know, nice and tight. Anyways, moving on. Articulation. Okay, starting from the head, we have a full 360 rotation. You can actually go ahead and lift the head up to make it look like it's looking upward. The neck is solidly attached to the head, so there's no, you know, trying to maneuver the neck to where it's perfectly looking like it's aligned with the head. It's stuck to it, so that's actually really a big improvement. That always pissed me off. It's the small things that make, you know, can make or break a figure. And, okay, so going on, there's no articulation for the beam saber hilt, so that we can go ahead and just detach that. Going to the shoulders, you have a full 360 rotation at the shoulder. You can lift the arm up about that much. Can you see that? His arm is a little off camera. There you go, off frame. All right. You have somewhat of a double bend in the elbow. The forearm or the upper bicep kind of moves into the forearm a little bit, so you can see that. And then you have bicep swivel right there. The wrist actually goes into the forearm as well. And then it's connected, or the hands are connected via ball joint, so you have full rotation there also. Moving on to the torso, it's a different design. It looks like it should collapse within itself, but it doesn't do it very well. So you can move the shoulders inward slightly, but they don't do it very much. So here they are straight, and then you inward a little bit. Yeah, not by much. You do get a bend slight bend in the middle of the torso as well, but it's not very good. You then move on to the skirt armor, all connected by a ball joint except for the back piece, so you can lift it up a little bit, like so. There we go. And then in the back, you can open up this flap to attach weapon pegs and whatnot. Moving on to the legs, you can kick up about that much, like so, and you can pull forward the leg so you get even more of a range there. And then you have double bend in the knee, showing off all the innards of that knee cavity being covered up and whatnot. Moving on to the ankle. The ankle armor is connected on one side, so it's on a ball joint, so it looks okay. It looks pretty loose. You do get toe bend, which is pretty cool. I like how it looks. And then ankle pivot, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is, like I said, basic articulation, but done well. And sometimes that can be messed up real easily. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a size comparison next to some other figures. Before I start with size comparison, I forgot to mention that you can also rotate the whole top of the figure, the torso and all, fully 360 without anything getting in the way, so that's pretty cool. Not a big thing, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. So let's do a figure comparison, putting the GM standing, let's have him stand nice and tall. Man, I should have prepped this. But anyways, he's standing as tall as possible. Right there, and then let's go ahead and put right next to him another figure from the line or from the series. That's going to be the Zaku Kai. I love this figure. This is probably my favorite figure of the year. Really nicely sculpted, comes with great accessories, really cool. And then just for another size comparison, this is the only figure I had next to me. And I'm really too lazy to go digging for other GMs and whatnot. Here is the Leo Blue type, or blue version, whatever you want, however you want to say that. I just wanted to show off that I had one. But yeah, so it falls in line with most of the other figures. I would say it's a little, yeah, it's a little bit taller than the blue Leo, and quite a bit taller than the Zaku Kai, but that's okay. Yeah, let's see how this guy looks with a few accessories on him. Okay, so one problem I want to note out right now is that it's not really going to look the best in terms of posing if you attach the shield to the hand with the grip or with the little handle. It doesn't want to go in there easily, and on top of that, it doesn't run flush with the hand and the arm, so you always constantly have the shield kind of poking out like that. Now, it's cool if you're holding the shield forward like so, but yeah, I mean, you kind of want to show off the figure a little bit more than that. So your best bet is probably just using the forearm attachment there. This figure doesn't look too bad with some of the guns on him, but I have to say right off the bat, when I attached this shield to the backpack, it popped right off. Not just the shield and the attachment piece for it, but the backpack for that for the figure as well. So that really sucks. That is some minus points right there. So yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave it on there. But anyways, the Bullpup, I think that's the right name for the gun, looks pretty good on it. Unfortunately, I don't like the way this gun looks on the figure. Sadly, you can't really, this gun is really a one-arm or a one-handed gun, but with this one it's longer, so you want to do the pose to where the figure is holding it with both hands. Unfortunately, get in there, you piece of shit. Come on, you're embarrassing me there. Wow, it really doesn't want to do it right there. Oh man, look at that. See, I hate that. I hate when that happens. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, you want to go ahead and have this arm going across, holding the end of the gun, but unfortunately you can't do that with this figure. You have to pose it in a weird way to where you just see the side of the figure like this, and then it's just ugh, disgusting. I hate it. This is not enough range of motion. You got to get real close, and unfortunately this figure doesn't allow you to do that, so that sucks big time. Oh boy. You know what, I think that's a perfect time, or a perfect end to this review. Let's go into final thoughts. It's really, really sad that Bandai messed up this figure so much. It's not that hard to make a really good basic army building figure. Case in point, the Zaku Kai. This figure came with everything. Now, let me just start off by saying it's really cool to finally have another GM, the different type, that anything that isn't going to be a Damashii Nation figure and going to be super expensive. That's cool. On top of that, this figure looks spot on for, you know, a good representation of what it's supposed to look like. There's no crazy artistic liberties. It looks great. There's no difference in terms of what you see on in the series and this figure. So that is very, very cool. Now, unfortunately, there's just so many things that just went wrong with this release. Okay, and I'm using the Zaku as an example. This figure should have come for the price point of $42 to $45. It should have come with not only the accessories it has already, but multiple battle damage parts, multiple effect parts, and that's pretty much it. That's all it would take to make this figure be outstanding and outshine all the flaws of it. Now, besides all that, we have this really, really horrible articulation in the torso here that doesn't allow you to fully stretch out the arm to the other side and hold on to weapons, and that is always a negative in my book. If you can't do that, if you can't pull off basic poses, that really sucks. Now, you can do it, you know, by throwing this arm over and then throwing this, but I don't want to pose my figure like that. I want him looking straight forward. I want him looking straight forward and just not causing any issues. Damn dog's barking during my review, but that's okay. This is a fucked up figure anyways. On top of that, like I said, this figure was $42, $45, and we got so little for it. It sucked. It really did. Man, I am really disappointed. This is almost as bad as the Goof Custom, but the Goof Custom was really bad. This figure also looks pretty cheap. It's too small. On top of that, if I had to compare it to the GM Sniper that came out 10 plus years ago, the shoulders, or I'm sorry, the forearms, I think were made out of a solid plastic piece. The legs, and I can't remember what else, but that was a more sturdy feeling figure. This basically, and I say this a lot, this basically feels like a model kit stuck together with super glue and making it more durable in that sense. But that's not just what I want. I want a figure that has some heft. This Zaku has heft. This guy doesn't. And for a price tag of almost $50, why the fuck would we want just that? Why the fuck would we want just basics stuff? It sucks. This figure really sucks for an army builder, and I'm really disappointed. It seems like they're saving the best stuff for the exclusive prices, and that, I mean, what the fuck? What's going on? That's really stupid. On top of that, why the hell would we want articulation for the hand to do that? That's just, come on. This is really off, jerking off somebody. Look at that. Looks like, oh god. Anyways, this figure, if I had to, you know, if I had to recommend it, I wouldn't. It's a horrible figure. You shouldn't get it. It's a waste of time, waste of money. Get the Zaku. Get some of the old GMs from the that came out a year ago or two. I still think you can get them on Ami and other places, Hobby Link Japan and all that. But this figure sucks. It sucks so much that yeah, I'm telling you not to waste your time on it. Man, and you know what sucks? They're trying to re-release or do a new version of the GM Sniper. What is it? GM Sniper 2. So it's going to have, I think, the same torso, and just, it's probably going to feel the same. And I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it, but I know I'm going to have to, just to show how much of a fucking mess it is. Oh, man. This is bad. You fucked up, Bandai. You fucked up really good, and yeah, just put that down. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video, even though I pretty much shitted all over this figure. Hit like, dislike, comment, do it, everything, you know, whatever you want. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.